information is. But how can you answer this?
If you ask me, I will tell you that in every rumor there are, substantiated evidences. It might be true. Rumors could not just come like that and they disappeared into the thin air. So what some people heard, kepu kepu, might develop into boom boom. Kepu kepu is so light. You see, boom boom is more stressed and thick. It is getting to boom boom level. Simon Ekpa has been paid incentives, much financial incentives, like I earlier stressed out. Ekpa should be paid incentive because he was wrongly roped in Finland because Nigeria just wanted his head.
He was wrongly roped in
faraway Finland because Nigeria, his country, former country, wanted his head. His body dismembered. The Nigerian soldier will use him for ASU. He's an Igbo man. He has nobody to intercede for him. But God is there. God of Abraham. So which is why you can see the Nigerian army under the watch of what's this man that was dying hard to kill Ekpa? Colonel Musa. CDS has been working around the clock to make sure that they extradite that young man into Nigeria contraption and butcher him and make, suya out of Simon Ekpa. But today you can see Ekpa has been freed. There are many rumors going on rented the air right away that he was given $100,000, 186 million naira. No, many people are dying as a result of these incentives, especially Lai Mohammed, having it too hard to believe what he is hearing. Many people are just, suffering from serious headache and stomach ache over the news that rented the air recently that Samaba has been, paid financial incentives in his home country, Finland. Wara is 6 million. That's why you can see Erfa is not being stabilized because something extraordinary has happened. All his prayers in the mosque to nail Ekpa, to kill Ekpa, to divide Ekpa's meat has failed. That's why Erfa is found so very distraught. DISTRAUGHT, as someone that has taken drug, to calm his nerves over a bad news, a news that looks so strange and unbelievable. That the man Ekpa, actually they paid much money for his head, has actually escaped with much financial reward
and also taking the attention globally.
I'm telling you the truth. Ekpa is wonderfully, made by Chukwuka Biamma.
Wonderfully made.
Yes, made by Chukwuka Biamma, the god of his forefathers. That's why he escaped the rope of the hangman. The hangman, are the Fulani Janjaweeds. They wake up every day, their problem is southeastern Nigeria. Fulani Janjaweeds, anytime they wake up at Sokoto, at the central mosque, where Iliyasu is the head imam in Abuja, their problem is Igbo man. How to Islamize Igbo man and bring him down to his knee to pray Allah Akbar. Very strange to Igbo man, very strange to Chineke. Okikabiama, they created us. We will never bow down on our knees and call a strange God that we don't know anything about. No wonder Salman Rushdie, after writing his novel, The Satanic Verses, he was actually chased out of Iran since 1984, 41 years ago. Ransom was actually, placed on his head to the tune of how many $1 million then? In 1984, I was still in secondary school. Salman Rushdie. Yes, Satanic Verses. He explained many things. He exposed many things in his book, Satanic Verses, about Islam, about a religion that has come and turned everything upside down in the world. That's why the Fulanis, Janjaweeds, are paying the Fulani headers, the Boko Haram and bandits that have been operating as Fulani militia across the Sahel countries of Africa. Islam. But Islam is the reason why nobody is safe any longer in Nigeria, because Islamization agenda embarked on by the first jihadists in West Africa, Ottoman Danfodio, a Fulani man, is spreading like wildfire across Nigeria. But and they're trying to finish that, engagement they started earlier. That's why nobody's safe anymore in the various farmlands across Nigeria. Nobody's safe.
But do you think Samanapa would be giving this money if this rumor is confirmed true? Do you think the Ghanaian government will not stop this money and process for them to give Samanapa this money?
Thank you so much. The people giving the money is a country from Scandinavian Europe. Scandinavian Europe of region, Scandinavian region of Europe are the Iceland, Finland. You know, they are from the cool region axis of Europe. They are very, very advanced. I think Oslo, Norway is there, Denmark is there, Sweden is there. This is where I think that musical group ABBA, where they come from. These people are more advanced than Nigeria. If you multiply Nigeria into 200, Finland is better. The money could never ever be stopped because it has been actually leaked as an information that will later explode into what? Internet viral or social media viral. That Ekpa has been, is to be awarded with such financial incentives. So let me tell you, if you wrongly accuse someone in Europe, America, in an advanced country, in the Western world, and later it happened that that person is innocent as charged or accused, you must come forward with physical incentive, physical FISCAL, that is cash, financial incentive. I don't know what I understand. So that you be awarded with such reward because of the kind of, you know, traumatic psychology he was subjected to. Yes, over how many months since last year? He must be paid the money. Nigeria can never ever stop him. How could they stop who from paying that money? No. The money is a chop banker, is a must. Should be given to him.
Why are you very confident that this money will be given to him? Don't you think that this might also be a prank?
No, it's not a prank. You know why? Like I explained to you, those countries from Scandinavia, Europe, they are more advanced, developed than Britain. Britain is our colonial master. When you behave well, you dress well, you speak well, they said you are a British or English man in Nigeria, simple because they are our colonialists. We were learning from them. That should be in the past, not now.
Why?
Instead of me going to Oxford University, I'll go to Harvard University, USA. A more conducive, more advanced society than Britain. Britain is learning from America. Instead of me, myself, going to Oxford University, we have Harvard University there. Or Florida Arithmetic and Florida Agricultural and Arithmetic University, A&M. Yes, I'll go there. Yes, I'll go there and study. Britain is wayo. Britain is the problem. Nigeria is like this. Britain is causing serious trouble in West Africa. All their colonies are not going forward or backward because the British man is bent on what? Marginalization, suppression, compression, oppression, enslavement. Name them. Stealing again our golds and our diamonds into United Kingdom. They are as subtle as snake, even more dangerous than Satan. The anti-Semitic Britain, very good in witchcraft. That's what they know. They don't want you to move forward because you are an Igbo man. They don't want you to move forward because they know that your IQ is higher, far than their own. Igbo IQ is like 1,300 watts bulb. That's why British don't want Igbo man. We know more than what they know. That's why they don't want me. The British, the Jews, they can't work hand in hand. Why? The Jews are more intelligent than the British. That's why they are very wicked to us. Okay, Britain is going down. So Juku predicted. Time shall come, you people will see. Britain must go down. Gowan is already receiving his salary, wages. Wages of every sin is death. That's what Bible says. Whether you kill, I don't know what they say, you commit genocide against the whole humanity, wait for your wages.
Same time, they were talking about Biafra. He said she was so shocked that the man Bodikata knows about Biafra so much, and at the same time they really talk about Finland and Simon Ekpa travel. What is your take as regards this?
Yeah, I remember humble said, one and the only. We are not two Biafran evangelists. My beloved brother said, don't be surprised when Body Carter was talking about Biafra. Because this Body Carter, they were the congressmen of the United States of America, which I told you people earlier this year that they came to Nigeria. Yeah, they were in Nigeria, in Enugu to be precise. In Enugu to be precise. They are the people, they are called the Zionists, who wrote a letter to UN regarding to what that was going on in the whole Southeast, in which they named the Southeast as a bloody zone in Nigeria. Yeah, bloody zone in Nigeria. That is how they you know, express their feelings in regard to what is going on in the East. So they wrote, and I told you people that January 1st, as Happy New Year, they wrote to UN, wrote to EU regard to this. And these people have been the people, the group that from America that have been superheading, and they are the one that even asked Donald Trump to take some legal actions to against any nation. You understand? Remember, these people have been so supportive. You understand? They have been so supportive. They have been so encouraging. You know, they have been giving us hope and faith, and which I believe that someday, so far so good, one day things will happen positively in favor of the Biafrans and the Simon Ekpa, and at the same time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Regardless of whatsoever process, suffering, whatsoever they are passing through, for now, it is always that, and they themselves are prepared, ready to face it. See, there is something I want to tell you today concerning these two personalities. They are not fighting to make money because they have money. They are not fighting to have a good home because they are already living in a good home. They are not fighting, you know, to wear clothes or to deceive anybody, but they are fighting because of what? Name. They value name because the Bible said that a good name is better than what? Riches. So they prefer name than the money. They prefer name than the wealth that Nigeria want to bribe them with. That's why they chooses their name. Because whenever you mention Biafra, whether they are alive or dead, they will mention them. You see, that name alone is what they value so much than every other thing that comes in their table. You see why they rejected every offer from Nigeria, and they chooses to do what? To face it. And today, the congressmen are waking up, and they are warming up, and they are working with them for the interest of the freedom of these people, and at the same time the freedom of people, indigenous people of Biafra, the IPOB and Biafra as a nation. And this is what other leaders are you getting it? All these people did not see it, and that is what Ekpa saw. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it, and that is what the congressmen are coming to make sure that Simon Ekpa, I repeat, Simon Ekpa in Finland, that the Finnish government will not dance in totality of the Fulanis, the Janjaweeds, advice, bribe to Finnish government. Because you can see Alexander Stubb has forgotten the role that Simon Ekpa played for him to become the president of Finnish government today. He has forgotten because he was given a well of crude oil and he's sucking it. But there is something I want to drop as a message. It is better go and ask Google the meaning. Are you hearing me? Yes. Because at the end of the day, one day Biafra will come, and when Biafra stand, Simon Ekpa will stand. When Simon Ekpa stand, COS will stand. That is Ngozi Orai will stand. When they stand, the president himself, the general himself, will now lift up the flag, and that general is no other person than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then I wonder how Alexandra Stubb, how he will be feeling or how he will be chilling that day. Yes, he should take a look and reason well.
Did he betray Ekpa?
Actually, yes. So far, so good.
Because they're the same party in Finland, the same.
Of course, they were in the same party. And let me tell you, do you know that their party now is losing their ground?
Why? Because of Ekpa?
Because of Simon Ekpa. Yes, he's losing their ground. Watch their local government, the election last 2 months. They lost so woefully. That party lost so woefully to the extent that he became troubled. Because if his party could lose like that, so there is every tendency of him losing in the next election, of which he's going to lose. Yes, for betraying my brother, my PM, he is going to lose. Because he has deviated from the truth. And he has joined Nigeria, the darkness. Do you know the meaning of Nigeria? I'm asking you. Can any Yoruba man tell me the meaning of Nigeria in Yoruba language? Can any Hausa or Fulani tell me the meaning of Nigeria in Fulani or Hausa language? I being the Biafran man, Nigeria that has no meaning. Nigeria, it has no meaning. So it is called total darkness. Is darkness a name? I am waiting to see a white man because they are the one that answer so many series of names. So I am waiting to see a white man that will answer darkness. I have not seen anyone. Darkness is a rejected something. But they are giving it to Nigeria and Nigeria welcome it. So that Nigeria, the Fulani and co, these are the people that the British consulted and they agree. Igbo man was not among. So let them run their games, but glory be to God at the end of the day. When we shall stand to sing glory, glory to God, we will stand gidigbam on aka anyaka. I know it's ike.
Okay, but there was a report that Trump, wants to sanction Nigeria, ban Nigeria visa because of what the massive corruption. And the lack of database, killings of innocent Southeasterners and
Donald Trump in his first term of 2019, he warned the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, he should stop the killings in Nigeria, the Christians. He gave serious warning, which I believe he wanted to even act before they now politically they gang up and conspire against him and remove him from office. Glory be to God that he's back now. He have serious sanction. If Donald Trump can sanction China, sanction UK and France, don't you see the way they are crying, they are grumbling? All over the world, who is Nigeria? Gini ka Nigeria achi? Ochitakwara na aja. And moreover, for your information, there is a case already that is going on. No be me talking now. So FBI says so. CIA says so. DEA says so. The drug issue that happens regard to our current president in the 90s. So, and let me tell you, they are seeing them as criminals. Trump doesn't like him. And let me tell you, Trump doesn't send anybody. See, very soon, you will be hearing bang bang, ta 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 ta, bang bang in Nigeria. Okana poto baya. Ona piando ga piotare. Anyi nwanrokwa n'ebe ano na emege na agbokuso. Ogbasakwara na anyi. Ntị ka ga-eji na anụ ya. Ana otu aka Chukwu okike abịa magosi na nụrụ anyị ọgụ. Anyị na-aga ije awere, siriri werere ga-abụ nke anyị. Are you hearing me? So it is. Very soon, Trump was just like, handling some issues pertaining to the Middle East matters and other matters on the table. By the time, he finishes, he will look into the system of Nigeria, then he will trash Nigeria and put Nigeria where they actually belongs to.
Dr. Nagi Orai, Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, USB stormed Finland, with USB cabinet in solidarity to support and defend Biafra Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, who is currently facing legal trial in Finnish court. She also announced a court-related Zoom meeting to discuss updates on the lawsuit between USB and the Federal Republic of Nigeria, set for June 14, 2025 at 7 o'clock p.m. Biafra time. Dr. Nagi Orai confirmed that Biafra cabinet members attended Simon Ekpa's court hearing in Finland on June 13, 2025, offering visible and vocal support during his ongoing trial, portraying unity and solidarity within the Biafran leadership. Simon Ekpa's case in Finland is centered on terrorism-related charges filed by the Nigerian government, and according to Dr. Nagi Orai, Simon Ekpa was fully prepared and well represented in court during the session. 3 individuals believed to be former members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, were identified as witnesses who testified against Simon Ekpa in Finland, causing widespread feelings of betrayal within the Biafran movement. Simon Ekpa released a statement warning his supporters to act wisely, saying sometimes one has to pretend to be a fool in order to expose traitors within, and urging strategic patience in confronting internal enemies. Accusations were made against some IPOB Directorate of State (DOS) members who reportedly went to Finland to act as prosecution witnesses on behalf of the Nigerian government, fueling intense backlash and public condemnation from Biafra supporters. Biafra Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Nagi Orai reacted strongly, calling these actions a betrayal of the freedom movement, and reiterated that self-determination is a right that cannot be undermined by collaborators with the Nigerian state. Meanwhile, the court case of Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria has been adjourned to June 16, 18 and 19, 2025, with hopes that the legal process will be concluded soon and he will regain his freedom after prolonged detention and legal struggles. However, public discourse has emerged among Finnish citizens and Biafran supporters online, where some Finnish individuals expressed sympathy for the Biafran cause and criticized the Finnish government for allegedly cooperating with Nigeria government under NATO and EU influence. Meanwhile, some critics have accused Nigerian state actors, including Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State and his security teams, of orchestrating violence and insecurity in Igbo regions, allegedly targeting Biafrans, adding another layer of tension to the political and legal battles. In the quiet but determined corridors of justice in Helsinki, the capital city of Finland, something unprecedented and politically powerful took place on June 13, 2025. The event did not just involve legal arguments, court deliberations, or evidence submission. It became a symbolic occasion, a turning point, and a loud statement. In a manner that deeply resonated with the Biafran people and freedom lovers around the world, the Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Dr. Nagi Orai, led a formidable delegation of Biafran leaders, collectively known as the Cabinet of the United States of Biafra, into the Finnish courtroom. They did not come quietly. They came with purpose, with presence, with protest, and above all, with love and loyalty for one man, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa, a name now etched in modern Biafran resistance history, sat in the dock, facing grave accusations. The charges against him were built around terrorism, incitement, and alleged connections to unrest in southeastern Nigeria. The Nigerian government, operating from far away across the continent, had extended its long legal arm into Europe, attempting to use Finnish courts to silence or cripple a leading voice of Biafran independence. But on that day, Simon Ekpa was not alone. His courtroom was not an isolated box of legality. It became a space of politics, of history, and of moral judgment. And at the heart of that transformation was the unshakable solidarity shown by Dr. Nagi Orai and the Cabinet of the United States of Biafra. Let us begin by describing what it meant for Dr. Nagi Orai to arrive in Helsinki. Her appearance was not just physical, it was deeply emotional and spiritual for many Biafrans watching from across the world. Dressed in traditional Biafran colors, with the dignity of her office clear in every step she took, Dr. Nagi Orai reminded everyone, judges, lawyers, witnesses, and even silent observers, that the man in the dock was not a criminal, but a political figure fighting for freedom. Her presence was not just diplomatic, it was revolutionary. She came to Finland not to argue legal points herself, but to stand as a pillar, as a mother of a movement, and as a mirror to the world showing what unwavering support looks like. She was not alone. She brought with her several respected members of the Cabinet of the United States of Biafra. These were not mere politicians. They were individuals with lived experiences in exile, resistance, diplomacy, and spiritual leadership. Their collective presence in Finland sent a loud message to those who wanted to isolate Simon Ekpa. This is not a man abandoned, this is a man upheld. These were not silent guests. Throughout the courtroom sessions, they offered verbal encouragements, prayed quietly under their breath, and held placards outside the court building, reminding passers-by that the issue at hand was not one of crime, but of national self-determination. One could hear the chants outside the courthouse: "Biafra must live! Justice for Simon! Freedom is a right, not a crime!" The Finnish authorities, known for their calm and systematic approach to legal matters, were visibly surprised by the sheer emotional energy surrounding what they may have expected to be a procedural matter. But that day, the courtroom did not belong to procedures alone. It belonged to history. Dr. Nagi Orai did not merely attend. She took the moment to connect with supporters globally. In a post-court announcement, she declared that a special virtual meeting would be held on June 14, 2025, at 7:00 p.m. Biafra time. The purpose of this meeting was to update Biafran citizens on the progress of both Simon Ekpa's case and the ongoing legal dispute between the United States of Biafra and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This legal action, which many see as a form of political counterattack, aims to expose what Biafran leaders claim are consistent human rights violations, state-sponsored violence, and genocidal actions by the Nigerian government against the Igbo population. The announcement of this online meeting was not just about information, it was about connection. In her calm yet firm voice, Dr. Nagi Orai called upon Biafrans worldwide to remain patient, strategic, and united. She urged them not to fall into traps of infighting, not to become weary in waiting, and not to allow internal sabotage to derail the movement. It was during this same time that a new and painful revelation came to light. 3 individuals, allegedly former members of the indigenous people of Biafra, appeared as witnesses in the Finnish court. These were not just ordinary witnesses. They were considered by some within the movement to be traitors. Their testimonies supported the prosecution. They aligned with the narrative crafted by Nigerian state lawyers who were desperate to brand Simon Ekpa as a dangerous man rather than a political leader. For Biafrans watching from around the world, this was one of the most painful blows. Betrayal is never easy to stomach. But betrayal by insiders, by those who once marched beside you, who once sang freedom songs with you, who once wore the same flag across their chest, can break a nation's spirit. Or it can galvanize it. Simon Ekpa, known for his fiery speeches but calm strategic mind, responded not with insults, but with wisdom. In a written statement released shortly after the courtroom betrayal, he urged his supporters to act with patience and not emotion. He said, "Sometimes, to catch a traitor, you must pretend to be a fool." The meaning behind this cryptic but powerful sentence was clear. The movement must not react blindly. It must observe, identify, and cleanse itself of internal saboteurs without turning on itself. It was a message that combined the grace of a leader with the cunning of a strategist. The reaction from within the Directorate of State, the administrative wing of the indigenous people of Biafra, was mixed. But among grassroots Biafrans, the backlash was fierce. Online platforms were flooded with condemnation of those who traveled to Finland to testify against Simon Ekpa. Voices rose sharply against those perceived to be colluding with the Nigerian government. Names were called out, photos circulated, and amid all the anger,